to South Asia, where at least 60 people have been killed and over 100 are missing after a sudden rainstorm triggered a flood in Kishtwar in Jammu and Kashmir's Kishtwar district, the second such Himalayan disaster in just over a week. The incident struck a stopover on the Machiel Yatra pilgrimage route, washing away a community kitchen and a security post where many pilgrims had gathered for lunch. Officials say 300 people have been rescued, 50 of them severely injured, and the death toll is expected to rise. Rescue operations involving police, disaster response teams and the Army Air Force are ongoing. The disaster hit at 11:30 a.m. local time, with television footage showing pilgrims in tears as water swept through the village. Days earlier, a flood and mudslide in Uttarakhand caused similar devastation. The Indian Meteorological Department defines a cloudburst as over 100 millimeters of rain in 1 hour, which can trigger flash floods and landslides. The local weather office has warned of more intense showers in Kashmir, urging residents to stay alert. We're now joined by Bharati Chaturvedi. He's a founder and director of Chitan Environmental non-government organisation. Thank you very much for joining us, Bharati, here on the programme. What more can you tell us about this tragic event that has occurred in the state of Jammu and Kashmir? Obviously, tragic scenes that we are showing right now of this pilgrimage that met these sudden flash floods. What more can you tell us?
Well, it's obviously a terrible, terrible tragedy, and one of somebody I know rather well, who's a cook, a chef. He's been giving our household a minute by minute, hour by hour update. It seems that there were really no warnings, even though they were told in Jammu, in his village when they were heading out, that anything can happen because it's raining. But there were really no early warning systems, and there was no deterrence. On the other hand, it's hit home to so many people. His own niece, who had an infant son, has died in this tragedy, but so many others. And what I'm hearing and what I concur with is that we really have to rethink three things. And one of them obviously is early warnings, but the other is to control domestic tourism, because the Himalayas are really fragile, and they're the newest mountains we have, and they're just collapsing because we had Uttarakhand, we've had Himachal, we've had these horrific kind of landslides, floods, collapses in general. And it's not all just about a cloudburst, because some people are saying that we actually didn't have that kind of rainfall. And more importantly, the disaster, the tragedies could be less if we start acting expecting that climate change is going to put us to test all the time.
Bharati, thank you so much for joining us here on NewsX World. Unfortunately, we've run out of time on that. Pleasure to get such great insight from you. However, thank you very much for joining us. We now move on and over to Europe, where 2 French water-dropping firefighting planes have arrived in Spain's Galicia region after Madrid activated the EU's disaster assistance mechanism for the first time. The move comes as Spain reported a 3rd wildfire-related death on Thursday, with heatwave conditions up to 44 degrees Celsius forecast to continue until Monday. Thousands have been evacuated and police have made 10 arson arrests since June. Spain is the 5th European country this summer to seek EU wildfire help, joining Greece, Bulgaria, Montenegro and Albania. Wildfires across the bloc have burned over 629,000 acres so far this year, with Spain accounting for about a quarter of the total.